Hello, Potato, and welcome to part 6 of Snack Week, the final part. I think I mentioned on Friday that we'd be returning kind of stateside for our last day of Snack Week to try something a little more domestic and a little more easy to buy for your average American. And I've been warned against it because I've been told that once you pop, you can't stop, but it's too late because I've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles. Yep, we're trying Pringles today, and I think you're thinking, that doesn't seem very interesting, does it? Well, maybe it's not, but I mean, you watched the other 5 days of this, potentially, and those weren't very interesting either. So that, of course, there is Mr. Julius Pringles. That is actually his name, otherwise known as Mr. P. Now, Pringles are kind of interesting for a number of reasons. They were originally introduced in 1968 as Pringles Newfangled Potato Chips. And 1968, I believe, is the last time in history when you could use the term newfangled and not be either ironic or idiotic. And the name didn't last long, not only because newfangled potato chip doesn't sound particularly good, but because they actually got in legal trouble. They can't actually call these, or at least they don't actually call these, potato chips, because they're not. There was like legal action taken by other snack producers saying that these weren't potato chips because they weren't like cut off of a potato. They're actually made out of a dough, which of course I think, we all know that. They're basically the McNuggets of potato crisps. But that is actually why they're called potato crisps. Even in the US, we don't normally use the term potato crisp. And actually, apparently at one point in 2008 in the UK, they weren't even potato crisps. They actually convinced a court that because apparently these only contain actually 42% potato, and the shape of the chip itself or the crisp itself, but because the shape of the chip is a hyperbolic paraboloid and not therefore found in nature, that they weren't actually a potato crisp, which I guess got taxed at a higher rate. And that only apparently lasted for like a year, and then they had to pay back their taxes. But that's not, we're not here to talk about the history of Pringles, we're here to talk about the present of Pringles. And one of the nice things about Pringles in the US, I've complained before about, other countries getting the more unique flavors. Pringles, kind of even more so than Lay's, is a snack manufacturer not afraid to make interesting, some might even say weird flavors. Like, for example, we have here what I think is probably the least unique flavor of today's options. We have the Parmesan and roasted garlic. I like Parmesan, I like garlic. These both seem like pretty good options to put into a crisp. And I think nutritionally, these are all about the same. 150 calories for, 12 chips? I think it is 15 crisps. And they contain dried potatoes, obviously, vegetable oil, but then they have like corn flour, they've got cornstarch, rice flour. So I think that's where it comes into the fact that it's not even that much of potato. I guess potato is the single largest ingredient, hence it being first, but it is really made from a dough, made from a combination of potato and corn and rice and some other things. Not a lot of things. There's not a lot of things on these ingredient lists. And of course, different flavors have different seasonings in them. But basically, they're all made out of the cornstarch, corn flour, rice flour, potato, vegetable oil. All of them come in the same. And again, they do some interesting flavors, like, we have our Parmesan and roasted garlic here. Also today I'm going to try out scorchin' cheddar. Because, you're going to tell me you're bringing the heat. I expect you to bring some heat. And then we also have rotisserie chicken, just because that sounded weird. And honestly, up to this point in the week, my favorite thing is still the hot chicken flavored popcorn. My least favorite thing would probably have been those shrimp chins, because I don't know about that. They say that the kite of sand's a fat binder, but especially the idea of putting it on cereal. Anyways, I'm not going to relitigate that. My most disappointing thing is probably those Popeye things, just because they were kind of bland and I'm not quite sure how Popeye was on them. But today, I don't know if necessarily anything here is going to blow the lid off of hot chicken flavored popcorn, but we're going to try because we have 2 more flavors that were the ones that said, ooh, this needs to be a video. The first is Wendy's. Yes, Wendy's, the fast food restaurant, Baconator flavored, limited time only, potato crisps. And this was originally going to be it, but then I found out about one more. You may have seen it in the thumbnail. It's Halo themed wavy Moa burger flavors. You know, Moas, the birds in Halo that you make burgers out of. They are artificially flavored, of course, so there were no actual Moa hurt in the production of these chips. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're doing these 5 flavors of Pringles. And yeah, I mean, I knew when I saw that Halo Pringles were being made, that had to go. And look, he's even got Mr. J here. Mr. J? No, that's the Joker. Mr. P here has even got his headset on, probably hurling homophobic slurs at a 12-year-old right now. So let's start with, so I'm going to start I'm doing the order, I think, of most interesting, or least interesting to most interesting. So I think we'll put the heat here in the middle. Now, this isn't necessarily what I think I'm going to like and dislike. This is just what I think is a kind of most pedestrian flavored to unique flavor. Because, I'm sorry, bacon cheeseburger flavor crisps. Why not? And don't forget, Pringles is also all about stacking them to get different flavors, and we're not going to be doing that today. I'm not going to make a Parmesan garlic Moa burger. That's frankly silly. So let's pop them. Of course, Pringles are known. Like one of the big marketing things for Pringles is that they come in these tubes instead of in a bag. The idea being you will have less crumbly bits left at the bottom when you're done. And of course, the downside being is that, if you have rock biter hands like mine, they don't fit in the tube. When I was a child, that was great. When I was a child, these were like my hand could fit in there. My hand don't fit in there no more. But yeah, they are stacked up. They're supposed to be less greasy than potato chips, which, generally, yes. So there is our Parmesan garlic. I smell the cheese. I don't really smell the garlic. But not bad. Doesn't smell offensive or anything. Let's see what rotisserie chicken looks and smells like. Yeah, they weren't new when I was a kid because they've been out for quite a while before I was ever born. But they were, they were unique at the time to me. Here's our rotisserie chicken. Got a little browning on it. I'm guessing that's the chicken powder. Yeah, that smells good and chickeny. Smells kind of like chicken flavored ramen, which is probably because it's probably made from the same powder. We have our scorching cheddar. Let's check that out. Oh, it's red. And red means scary, y'all. Yep, that's a red chip. Not much of an odor to it. I guess maybe I'm smelling the cheddar's flavoring. Doesn't smell spicy. I'm not afraid of it, to be sure. And look, the Wendy's one comes with a code, probably for $1 off of the Baconator, if you download the app and set up an account and give them your information and your firstborn child. Put that off to the side. And oddly, no coloring, that has a slight red tinge. Not much compared to that, but that smells like it actually does smell like a cheeseburger. I don't really smell bacon, but it does smell like a cheeseburger. Not bad. Interesting. Not the best smell. I think so far the best smelling is our rotisserie chicken. Because it's got that nice, strong, fake chicken flavor smell going on it. But let's see what our halos smell like. Do they smell like Master Chief? I hope not, because I'm betting it's pretty sweaty inside that outfit. If they're like a real person in there. And these, of course, are the wavy ones, which, normally in crisps, wavy crisps are supposed to be for dipping. But Pringles are generally pretty fragile. I wouldn't try to dip a Pringle. That smells almost like an Asian influence to it, like a ginger sesame dressing or something. That smells like the salad dressing that comes on the Asian salad from like Costco. It doesn't smell like that. That looks like it should smell like to me. Thankfully, it doesn't smell like that. Looks like it should smell to me either. But yeah, I mean, it's a fake food. How would you know what it's supposed to smell like? But it does smell good. It actually smells very interesting. Like that, I smell like a sesame ginger smell off of that. And of course, I've placed them all out there so you can see them, and then have the camera tilted up so far you can't see them. So that was really pointless, wasn't it? But now you can see them. There they are. So there are our 5 contestants. Let's give them each a try. We'll start with, like I said, I think flavor-wise, I'm probably gonna like one of these 2 the best. Maybe this one. This one doesn't have much of a smell, and that one kind of smells like I expected to. But still, we'll try them in the order I originally thought was interesting, at least. But I think probably one of these 2 is going to be my favorite. But let's try Parmesan and roasted garlic. So very light and crispy, like a Pringles normally is. The flavor's not overpowering, but it is strong. But I do taste, I think actually I may taste the roasted garlic more than the Parmesan. I think it smells more of Parmesan, but I think it tastes more of garlic. And that's not a bad thing. I like it. A little salty, maybe a little bit of sweetness in there. Like no heat or anything. Sometimes garlic things can be a little spicy. Roasted garlic things usually not so much. And I think we're falling definitely into that camp there. But not bad, not bad. Let's check out number 2, rotisserie chicken. Well, that's really good. My first thought is chicken and a biscuits, or crackers if you prefer, which of course are like, kind of like god tier crackers, but maybe not even that. It's a very strong savory flavor. Again, not overpowering, not too salty, which is of course a real risk when it comes to chips. Yeah, not bad. Yep. So far, I'm definitely liking that one. All right, let's see if our sweaty, steam blowing Mr. P can impress me with this level of heat. Well, the cheddar flavor hits you instantly, pretty good. And then after a few seconds on the tongue, the heat does start to come up a little bit on the tongue, a lot towards the back of the throat. I think you have to be pretty sensitive to heat to find this, to have that kind of reaction. I think if you ate a full serving of them, maybe it might build up enough in your mouth to be uncomfortable. Again, if you're sensitive to heat, but they're not bad, but they're not scorching. They definitely didn't bring the heat to me. All right, next is our Baconator. That is really, really weird. It really does taste like a bacon cheeseburger. A Baconator specifically, I couldn't tell you for sure, but definitely when I eat that, I do think of a bacon cheeseburger. And the bacon I couldn't really smell it, but I can taste it. That's a very interesting flavor. It's a limited time one, so it may already be gone, I don't know. But it's not bad. It's a little weird. All right, last one, let's try our wavy Moa burger. I don't know what that tastes like. I don't know what to say that tastes like. I think I'm getting a little bit of heat off of it too. I'm not sure if that's left over from that or not, but it feels like I'm getting more heat in my mouth off of this. This is definitely the most unique one. I was definitely correct in that assumption. I cannot place a flavor at all, and it's definitely the most unique flavor of anything else here. I can't tell what it is. It does not taste like it smells, I'll tell you that. Are the ingredients any hint? Sugar, citric acid, monosodium glutamate, spices, dried onion, waste, sodium, diacetate, natural flavor, disodium inosinate, disodium guanylate, paprika extract. Yeah, it doesn't taste anything like what it smells like to me. It's not bad. The waviness does give it a little bit of a stronger stronger feel to it. It's definitely a sturdier chip. I still wouldn't want to put that in dip. I still think it would just shatter into a billion pieces. But it is a stronger chip than these ones. But yeah, it's a weird flavor. I don't dislike it, but I think if I knew what I was tasting, and maybe it's because I'm tasting a fictional bird, I don't know. But if I knew what it was that I was tasting, I think I'd like it more. All right, well, I guess we need to rate them, right? Put them in order from best to worst, or not. I mean, none of them are bad. So worst is not a good way to describe it, but from favorite to least favorite. So I think we're going to leave Parmesan roasted garlic right there. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually, no, we're not. I think we're going to move scorching cheddar to last place. Just because, yeah, kind of disappointing. It's not a bad flavor, but I was expecting more heat than that. And I think second is where we'll put our Parmesan roasted garlic. Just a good solid flavor. Nothing special, but not really lacking anything. No real criticisms, no real compliments. Just a solid workman Pringle. Third place, I think I'm gonna put Master Chief there in third place. And I think largely it's because I don't know what I'm tasting. If I could identify it, I think I might rate it a little bit higher. But you know, these top three are all really strong contenders. I think I will ultimately put rotisserie chicken at the top here. It's not flashy. It's not unique like these two, but it's a good, solid, strong flavor. It's a little bit more unique because you don't see a whole lot of chicken flavored crisps, at least not in the US. And it's a good solid flavor. I like that. I think that's the one I would probably buy again the most likely. That is not the order those words should have been in, but I think you know what I mean. So I think it's going to wrap us up for snack week, or at least for the first snack week. There may be more. The snack log is now, if not wiped out, at least under control. And that was sort of the point of this whole week. But this one, so all these four all came from, I believe, Walgreens. We were in there looking for, I think, Easter stuff for the Peepster basket. And, you know, they had Pringles on special. Pringles are actually fairly inexpensive, probably because you don't really get that many of them. And, you know, I saw the Wendy's bacon. I was like, oh, gotta try those. And then, like, a few days later, I heard they were making these. I'm like, oh, need to find those. But what I didn't realize when I first heard about these is those are a Walmart exclusive. And I kind of wasted some time looking at places that weren't Walmart. It took a couple stores, but basically as soon as I went and looked at Walmart, I found them. I definitely suggest trying them. If not necessarily because you like Halo, because weird tie-ins being weird tie-ins. I mean, we're also talking about a world where we currently have Avengers chewing gum, whatever. But it's definitely an interesting flavor. I really wish I could tell you what it tastes like. It smells kind of gingery, kind of sesame, but it doesn't taste like that to me at all. It doesn't taste at all like what it smells like, but it's still good. The Baconator is kind of, you should try that just because it's weird, because it really, to me, does taste like a bacon cheeseburger. It really is the flavor I get off it, and I don't know how much of that is because I'm staring at a picture of a bacon cheeseburger, but I feel like they captured the flavor really, really well. And of course, again, these two are going away. I guess these three probably going to be around for a while. But yeah, that'll wrap it up. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, please give the video a like, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video, where hopefully I won't be eating a snack. But I honestly don't know.